almost ready to get underway. And today's starter, Max Scherzer. And as usual with him, Singy, I think we can expect plenty of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boogie's racked up over 3,000 strikeouts in his career, so expect to see more of the same in this one.
Okay, all set to go. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Laser could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And it's a double to start the game.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. As soon as that one shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap.
Now here's Xander Bogaerts now.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Owns a 10-game hitting streak right now, and this is where it starts to get fun.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
No balls. One
no
strike.
outs. Runner on second. Ball one to Bogaerts. Next offering upstairs.
Not really attacking on the mound in this at bat. All breaking balls, so that makes me think they're not really wanting to challenge him here.
This one in the dirt.
2-2.
Merrill stands at second with no outs. That one outside, and that's ball 3. Stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Man at second. And ball 4,
ball
2
4.
aboard.
Runner, take your base.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
Luis Arise stands in. Grounder might be 2. In plenty of time to first. 1 out in the top of the first. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr.
Right fielder Fernando Tatis Jr.
Swings through that one. 0-1.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
And it's even
1-1.
Second and third, 1 away here in the second game of the series. Going to count 1 and 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
2-2.
Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And El Nino is stifled for the K.
Oh, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
Here comes Manny Machado. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
Got him. Huge strikeout there.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. There's the strike at the knees. Jimenez goes 5 feet 11 inches, hitting leadoff in today's game. And he was born in Venezuela. Next offering is in for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. Nathan Lucas will hit next. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. Clips the corner, and it's 0-2.
0-2.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. And he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
First baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. Swing and a miss, and the count even at 1.
1-1.
That one missed.
2-1.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. All set for the start of the inning. Now the left fielder, Brendan Donovan. Max Scherzer back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
That hit him.
You hit him.
And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Ha-Sung Kim.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently under the Mendoza line so far this month.
Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's 1 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Hola, Alan, buenas tardes, tío.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Freddie Ferguson doing the umpiring duties behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Freddie's a well-respected umpire, Boog. Maybe a little bit more of a pitcher's umpire. He does like the pitch down just below the knees or right about there, but most hitters are pretty good at covering that spot these days.
Scherzer deals. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. Now it's going to be Gabriel Moreno.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And first offering is fouled off. Fought off foul. And here it comes. Foul ball, still 0-2. And that's down and away. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here at the top of the 2nd. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 1 left for San Diego. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the big-time power threat, Anthony Santander. Ripped on the ground to second. Slings to first. 1 up, 1 down. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Fires to first on the run, and he'll be safe at first. One gone, runner at first. And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. That one the other way. Fair ball. Around second is Bichette, and they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Clips the corner, and it's 1-2.
One ball, two
all
strikes.
eyes on the double play ball in this spot. Nope.
Swing, and he breaks his bat. 2 away now. Alejandro Kirk, the next to hit. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
It's 0-1.
Fastball almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Just
Ball, that's
missed.
outside.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but
That's
you
the ball.
have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. And that will end the inning. New inning getting started. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Max Scherzer goes to work. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Up next for the
And
Padres,
here is Xander
shortstop,
Bogaerts.
Xander Bogaerts.
Late on that fastball.
You know, these Padres
0-1.
definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first.
And that one gets away at the plate. Merrill into scoring position on the wild pitch. And there goes the double play possibility.
Nobody on defense feels great right now. The pitcher feels responsible for missing so far outside, and the catcher wishes he could have done more to try to stop it.
And it gets by him. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Now batting, the first
So
baseman,
runners at the
Luis
corners,
Arise.
nobody out. Arise digs in now. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. That one not close. Ball 1. And fouled off. In the air, left field, down the line, and that'll get off into the seats. So here's Scherzer out there to center, and it drops in.
Always feels good when you come
Now batting,
through and get your
right
team
fielder,
on the board
Fernando
first.
Tatis
You can't do much better
Jr.
than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him in a chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
First and second, no outs. And now the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr. He's 0 for 1. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He made him pay for that one. It's 4-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Here's Machado.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And that's
No, that's
outside.
out.
And that's ball 1.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Foul ball there. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Oh, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Scherzer gets the punch out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. So digging in, Brendan Donovan.
Left fielder, Brendan Donovan.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 down, base is empty.
That's in. Ball.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 and 2.
4 runs already in the frame. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And they'll do it again.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Popped up. Bichette. And puts the squeeze on that one. That's out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. Ha-Sung Kim now at the plate. Flied to right his first time. Center field. Brings it in. And that is that. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. Cease back to work. On the corner for a strike. And it's 0-1. And strike 2.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself,
oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Caught just shy of the wall.
Now batting, second
back to the top of the lineup. Here's Andres Jimenez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
And there's a ball.
That missed. Hook.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
2 outs, base is empty. Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. Fastball for a strike. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-1. This to center field, and it drops in. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with a chance to make an impact with 2 away. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Up and in, ball 1. Slider right there.
1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Lucas leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Cut on and lifted in the air. Tatis drifts towards it. He's got it. And that is that. 1 left for Toronto. They trail it here. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the 4th. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Next offering way off the plate. Action in the pen down there. Yariel Rodriguez getting loose out there. Nance, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Strike 2.
Well, there's a certain point where you
1
have
and
to
2
commit
count.
to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
And he chases that one. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Gabriel Moreno. On the ground, right side. Fires over to Guerrero. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. Jackson Merrill at the dish now. If you look at his early accomplishments, most start by calling him the youngest player ever to do so. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. He's in with a double, and that's his 2nd double of the night.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager.
Pitching for the
Now
Blue
Xander
Jays.
Bogaerts gets a chance to hit.
Number 29, Yariel Rodriguez.
Out to short, Bichette. The throw to first, Bogaerts retired. 3rd out. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Off the mark there, and that is ball 1. Santander, 30 years old now, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And a foul ball. Misses. Ball 3.
That's a good pitch there.
Got a full count.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. So up next for Toronto, Bo Bichette. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. This one in the air. Machado in position. He's got it, and there's 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Just missed.
Outside.
Inside. Now 2-0.
2-0.
And downstairs.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 1.
3-1.
And that one clips the corner.
Count is full.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Going back onto the track, and he makes the catch. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We played 4. It's the Padres 4 and the Jays nothing. We go to the top of the 5th. Now, Luis Arias. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Padres putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Line drive, Bichette. On to first, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. So with 1 down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Rip to third. Clement over to first. And they take care of Tatis for the out. Manny Machado up to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. Swings through that one for strike one.
Wow.
No ball.
That's
One
not even
strike.
close to the zone.
Fastball, and he
1-1.
gets out of the way. 2 out, space is empty.
Ball.
And that's
Ball.
downstairs and outside.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
2 outs. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And it's through for a hit. So a man aboard. Stepping in for San Diego, Brendan Donovan. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground right side, they take the force out, and the inning is over. Back now in Toronto, bottom of the inning. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Will Wagner. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Stepping in, Alejandro Kirk. Outside low, and it's 1-0.
Well, these Blue Jays need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far.
No, that missed. That's the
Zero
ball.
extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going. Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board.
Machado over to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th. And now it's Dalton Varsho. That one finds the corner. Strike one. Top of the zone for a called strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone. Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Just missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Check swing, called strike. Just off the inside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Line to left. And that's a fair ball. Coming home. He'll score.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands. You let
that ends the inning, and they limit the damage. The Jays push across a run on this double. It's now 4-1. Back here at Rogers Center, top 6. Now it's the DH, Ha-Sung Kim. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And another ball. He swings and fouls one off. That missed by a lot. 3-1. The other way, takes it in for the out. Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you even with pitches outside the zone.
That one inside.
That's a ball.
1-2 to count. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. And here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Outside.
1-1.
Late on that fastball.
1-2.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Popped up. Guerrero makes the catch, and that is bottom of the 6th inning. And now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to the right side, and that chance handled. Throws to first, and Guerrero is set down. Santander in the box again, takes a strike.
0-1.
The Jays trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Fouled off left side.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a miss. Cease with the strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the shortstop, Bo Bichette. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And that one fouled off.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. This to third. Machado throws to first in time. And it's a 1-2.
Pitching for the Blue Jays.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Tommy Nance.
Well, good luck against this guy. He's been extremely tough to hit this year. His numbers are excellent.
Merrill, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Swings and misses. And it's a ball and a strike.
1-1.
And that one is inside.
Ball.
Hard hit, left field, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And here comes Xander Bogaerts. On the ground to first. Could be 2. To second for 1. On to first, double play. Luis Arias getting ready to hit. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and it falls, and that keeps the inning alive.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Outside. Ball one. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Nick Sandlin getting ready to go. Swanson also getting ready. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 and 2 is the count.
That's way outside. And the count's even at 2. And that one missing low.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Here's Manny Machado. Ball 1 there.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
On the ground to first, and that one handled. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Bottom of the 7th, and now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Wagner in the box now. No balls and a strike. Fouled off. He was late.
Changing speeds has this lineup completely off balance in this one. We've seen a lot of mistimed swings, and it's been a challenge for these hitters to get their rhythm right.
1 down, base is empty. Wagner checks his swing. Appeal down to third, and he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. Outside with a breaking ball.
You know, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Two one.
Slice to right. Fair ball. So 2 down, and next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. Right through there for a strike. Kirk, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Nick Sandlin.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Donovan, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting, because of tendencies, a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
Base hit center field. And a good start to the inning. Now the DH for the Padres, Ha-Sung Kim. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a foul out of play.
Ball, that's high.
That one down the line, and foul ball. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into left field. Runner stops at second, and the first two reach to start the inning. Jake Cronenworth will hit next. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. First offering misses badly for ball 1. And that one fouled off. Not even close there. 2-1. First and second here, no outs. On the ground, a short, could be 2. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, and they get it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. Gabriel Moreno, the next up for the Padres. And a foul ball.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
That's a
ball.
ball.
And that's down and away.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
And that's outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Big strikeout right there, and that kind of takes the pressure.
Pitching for the
Righty reliever out of the pen, Eric Swanson.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense.
And now this is down for a base hit. One run across, another comes in to score, and the lead is up to 5.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Nice line drive to the full side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Here's Bogarts now. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Lucas makes the grab, and that'll do it. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and
now pitching for San Diego.
ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Andres Jimenez. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball, but with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
The next offering misses, and the count is 1-2. Got him swinging. Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. He was late there, strike 1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
That one off the mark, and now it's even 1-1.
1-1.
The Padres leading by 5 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings through that one.
1-2.
On the ground, right side. Cronenworth on the run, sends it over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. 2 down, base is empty. So up next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. And there's a foul ball. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a chopper out to short. Bogarts throws across the diamond, and Guerrero is set down. 3 up, 3 down. Chad Green ready to go.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
And it's fouled away. In the air, left field, down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Good job to fight that one off. Not close with that one. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Oh, that got away from him.
Take your base.
And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off. Arise on at first, nobody out. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Lucas makes the catch, and there's one gone. Now Machado up here. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Out number 2. So a man aboard, Brendan Donovan, the next to hit. Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Padres, Elliot Ramos. The runner on first with 2 gone for him. Late with the swing there.
No balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Ground ball up the middle. On to Jimenez, and that's the 3rd out. No run. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Robert Suarez.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Headed towards the corner, and that is a foul ball. That one not close. Now 1 and 2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. That one missed.
2 and 2.
And that's hammered into right field. And that's a base hit.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
1 at second. Back to first, and that is a double play.
Well, that's a huge ball in play to get the double play defensively. Just one more guy to get this save for the closer.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
That one a little bit high, and that's ball 2. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Yeah, there's ball 4.
No, that's ball 4. Runner, take your base.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate. But as a hitter, you'll take that all day.
Suarez is just 1 strike away.
1-2.
That missed by a lot. And the count 1 and 2. Ground ball, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
6-1 is your...
Hola Sebastián, tío, muchas gracias por preguntar. ¿Todo bien? ¿Tú qué tal? Espero que estés bien. Un saludo, tío.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the San Diego Padres and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go. And on the hill, the lefty, Ricky Tiedemann. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
As we take a look at the Padres lineup, and one of the most exciting young stars in the sport, Gabriel Moreno.
And Boog, he's a guy who loves coming up with the chance to drive in his teammates. It's like he finds another level of focus. Batting over 300 with runners in scoring position this season. And you know what? Because of that, I wonder if the guys in front of them will see some better pitches to hit, because you don't want to put any free base runners on with him looming in the on-deck circle.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
1 out, base is empty. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Tío, esas cosas a mí no me molan, tronco. Me gusta jugar con personajes reales.
Foul ball, still 0-2.
El modo sea una leyenda y eso no me mola.
I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
That's outside.
Misses outside, and it's 1-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Luis Arias. That one the other way. That's the 3rd out. And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Outside with a breaking ball. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Jimenez checks his swing, appeal to third, and that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So up next, Nathan Lucas. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. 1 down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
High fly ball out to left field. Ramos under this one. Nabs it, and that ends the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here.
Tatis Jr.
Tiedemann back to work. And that is out of play. Tatis went deep in his most recent game.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
No ball, 2 strikes.
So 2 strikes on Tatis.
Boost out.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And now it's Manny Machado. 2 for 9 so far in the series. There's a swing and a drive. And it hits the fence. Makes the turn and heads for second. And it's a 1-out double for the first hit of the game.
Eso es, tío, eso es.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Next to hit, Jose Iglesias. Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. Here's Elliot Ramos. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Out to center, Varsho. He makes the grab, and that is that. So no runs here on a base hit. No error. Bottom half of inning number 2, Anthony Santander at the plate. Oh, he doesn't get the call, and that's ball 1.
1-0. Ball.
Eric Summersgill with home plate duty in this one. Kind of known for being generous with the corners, Chris.
You know, I think that used to be a lot bigger deal in past eras where pitchers were working more in and out with their pitches. But, yeah, we'll see if those corners come into play in this one. Hey, no pitcher's going to argue at all.
Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
The pitch. On the ground, 2 ball. Bogarts to second, over to first, safe. And now Ernie Clement. Yeah, that's fouled off.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. That one ripped left field. It bangs off the wall. Throw into third and into second with 1 away. That's a double.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Out to short. Bogarts with the throw to first. But the go-ahead run comes in to score. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. That one to first. And it stays fair. Clement rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single. It's 2-0.
Comes through with the RBI. He was definitely late on that pitch, but he didn't get beat. He got the bat on plane and just kept his hands tight to shoot it down the first base line for the knock.
That misses. And 1-1. Kirk off of first with 2 away. The 1-1 is fouled off. And that just misses. Hard hit left side. Bogarts with the throw to first. And that is. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Santander under it. Makes the catch. And a quick out, number one. Gabriel Moreno now at the plate.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Just one hit in his last 5 games.
The other way. That's a hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with one away.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Just off the outside corner. Going to count 1-2.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Good miss with that changeup away. He needs a ball on the ground for a double play. Minimize the potential threat right here. On the hitter's side, nice job of laying off that pitch.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 2 gone. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. Fly to left his first time. Foul ball there. Swing and a liner. Base hit out into right center field. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Luis Ariz stands in. Grounded out his first time up. And there's a ball.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
In the air, left field, down the line. Dives, but it falls. Could be extra bases. 1 run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play. It's 2-2.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing and a high fly ball right field. He's got it, and that is that.
Sí, sí, esa es su definición.
Coming on this 2-run double, and we're deadlocked now at 2. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Second baseman Andres Jimenez.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly nothing at 2.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Nope. That's inside. 1-2 to count. Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Set him down on strikes on just 4 pitches that time. And this was just classic East-West pitching, Boone. And that's not as common these days. They went in, away, in, and then back away for the call 3rd strike. And that kind of pitching makes it tough on you as a hitter to know where to look, especially with 2 strikes.
Nope. Just missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 strike.
Tied up here in the early going. That one to first, and it goes just foul. See ya. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with the base runner. Could become dangerous.
Iglesias fires over to first, and the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. And we're back as we go to the top of the fourth. Here's the third
Leading off
baseman,
for the
Manny
Padres,
Machado.
Third baseman, Manny Machado.
In the air, right field, Lucas. One down. Jose Iglesias digs in now. 0 for 1 so far. Up the middle. And no one can get there. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Waste no time there. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. An absolute smash to left. Home run number 10 on the year. And they add a couple more. It's 4-2. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Now a chance for Ha-Sung Kim.
0-1's the count.
Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. That one in the dirt, and the count 1-2. And there's a ball. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Try to get him to chase on the changeup that time. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Popped up. Bichette. He's there. He's got it. 2 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Moreno in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. In the air, right field. Makes the grab, and that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. Bottom of the 4th, here's the left fielder, Anthony Santander. And that one fouled off.
Well, these Jays doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Bo Bichette up to the dish. That one lifted to left. 2 away.
Now batting.
Down the third baseman, Ernie Clement.
Ernie Clement.
And first offering is fouled off. Clement measures 6 feet even, 28 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2017. And that'll do it. So they make short. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Tiedemann back to work. Fastball is outside. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Nick Sandlin appears to be getting loose. Swanson warming up as well. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Close, but called a ball. And it's 2-1.
1 strike.
Hit in the air out to center field. Corrals it. And there's 1 down. Now the number 2 hitter, Jackson Merrill. 1 for 2. In the air, left field. Santander in pursuit. Brings it in. And there are 2 outs. Luis Arias getting ready to hit. And a rope into center field, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, right fielder.
And the batter now, Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-1.
Foul ball. Arise leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And that one ripped to left and foul ball.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. No runs. Back now in Toronto. John Shabby with my buddy Chris Singleton. And set to get us started. Bottom 5. Will Wagner. There's a strike.
Well, these Blue Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Got him looking. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, he wasn't happy with that called 3rd strike in and off the plate, and I think he's right. I mean, that miss, it's a really tough one, though, for an umpire back there, so I don't think you can be too mad at him. It looks like it's in the zone the entire way coming in until those last few feet, so I'd say pretty easy to understand why he'd say it clipped the corner. Just a nice pitch.
Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Shoots a line drive single into right center. Around first, heading for 2. The throw into second, but he's in there easily.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
1 out and a runner at second. And that one is downstairs, and it's 2-0. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The changeup missing, and the count is 3-1. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with a quick free pass.
Jimenez in the box now. Takes strike 1. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
Got the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone.
All right, so in this at bat, he's seen a couple of off-speed pitches. Now,
strike 3, got him swinging. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. And ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And that one inside, and it hit him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Guerrero stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. And that one fouled off.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come. But you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against it.
The 2-1. In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. That one misses. 3-2 now. So all 3 runners will be off with a full count pitch with 2 away.
Yeah, this is.
Now this one gets through. 1 runs in. The throw in.
No, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
That one hooked foul. Lucas on third. Guerrero on at first with 2 down. And that is out of play.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Got him looking. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Nick Sandlin.
Now pitching for the Blue Jays.
Machado, the leadoff batter as he swings through it for strike 1. Activity in the bullpen. Ryan Burr preparing to come on if needed. Green getting cranked up as well. Swing and a miss at a slider.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Puts it away for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Iglesias now in the box.
0-1.
Comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Jimenez snags it for the 2nd out. Elliot Ramos, the next up for the Padres. He's already homered here in this one. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
That's outside. Now 1-2. 2 out, space is empty. Outside low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Slider misses outside.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. Go ahead, run on base. So digging in now for San Diego, Ha-Sung Kim. That one misses. That's 5 straight. This one in the air. Clement moving under it. And that is that. So it's no. Back here at Rogers Center. Well, we go bottom 6. And the batter.
Now pitching for San Diego, number 56, Jeremiah
And
Estrada.
that one wrapped foul.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Tied at 4. Just misses with that one. Goes down looking. And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. That one misses, and that's ball 1. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that's just foul. That's off the inside corner, and a count 2-1. That one fouled off. All tied up here in the bottom of the 6th. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Will Wagner will hit next. And that's off the outside edge. 1-0. Right through there for a strike. Into center. Merrill hauls it in to end the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Burr.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
Moreno stands in now and watches strike 1. And a swing and a miss there.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Chases that one out of the zone, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. It's Xander Bogaerts now, 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Tried to check his swing there. Now it appeal to first. And Freddie Ferguson says he went around. Stepping in for San Diego, Jackson Merrill, 1 for 3. And that one fouled off. Burr, 30 years old now, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2015. Hit hard on the ground to short. Bichette whips it to first. Padres go down. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Tied at 4. On the ground to the left. Machado throws to first in time. And 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. Varsho now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, you could tell he wasn't expecting that ball to break back in on him. He may have been looking for something away, maybe something soft, but that slider on the inside corner absolutely frozen.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. 2 down, nobody on. That's down and in.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Squeezes it, and that will end the inning. And we're back. We go to the 8th, and now here is Luis Arraez. Burr back to work. In the air, left side. 1 away.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 3 in this one. Fouled off down the right side. Swings through that one for strike 2. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Jeff Hoffman, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Green getting loose as well. 1 down, base is empty. Right side. And that one finds its way through.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Machado in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Pickoff throw. Tatis dives back in. 1 away. Tie game. Go ahead run stands at first. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
Iglesias at the plate now as he chases after that one. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, He's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Next for the Padres, Elliot Ramos. He's already homered in this game. Squirts away a little bit.
0-1's the count.
Machado stands at second with 2 gone. Next offering is in for a strike. And that one goes straight to the backstop. In there safely. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is on to the bottom of the 8th. Now here is Nathan Lucas. And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Looking to get the tying run on base. And now 1-2. And a ground ball to first, but it kicks foul. Got him looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And just misses with that one. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Santander at the plate now. That's ball 1. And the Padres.
For San Diego, number 49.
Blue Jays down a run.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Now 2 out. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. That catches the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Line drive, that's a base hit. And the go-ahead run is on base.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. You got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the grab. That is the inning. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And that squirts through. And a good start to the inning.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Moreno in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Eric Swanson up and throwing. Nance also getting ready. Next pitch is outside. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Here's Xander Bogaerts. And this is very likely the last chance he gets to keep his hitting streak alive. And that one gets past the catcher. him into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. Man at second. Swing and a foul out of play. The shortstop takes the ball. Fouls one off. 2-2. Next offering misses down and away. Swings and misses. Now 2 away.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Man on second, 2 down. Oh, right to the backstop. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third. That one outside. Now 2-2. This one in the air. And that'll do it. One left for San Diego as they hold on to him. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Robert Suarez. 25th appearance of the year for him. Just missed.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Makes the grab, 1 down. He's 2 outs away. Kirk, the next to hit. And that one almost hit him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Just missed. Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Edge of the zone for a strike. Now 2-1. Late swing fouled off. Gets a piece and stays alive. Called out on strikes. Now only 1 out remaining. At the plate, Dalton Varsho. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
This could end it. Pitch misses, and the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
Fights it off, he'll see another. And a good eye there.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
That misses. Counts full, 3-2. Stays alive. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. And a foul ball, he stays alive. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. Ball 4, he walked in, and that keeps things going.
When you go that deep into an at-bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
Jimenez can't hold up, and that's a strike. And that one missing low.
No, he's really working him away, this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Next pitch off the plate. And the count is 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Here comes
for San Diego. Number 61, Zach Jackson.
Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
No, this is a nice sweep. Good way to finish this series. You're heading to another city for another one.
Lo que ha costado, Alan. El último y esta noche más sobre las 10 más o menos, ¿vale? Bueno, si lo gano me quedo a otro, pero no lo voy a ganar. Pero esta noche sobre las 10,
About
otro directo,
13
¿vale?
miles from downtown Atlanta. Welcome to Truist Park. The start of the weekend is upon us. It's Friday evening baseball on the show. It's the San Diego Padres going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch. Ready to go now. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
Jackson Merrill.
Outside low. And we are underway in game one of the series. Ground ball left side. Riley fires to first. One up, one down. Now here's Xander Bogaerts now.
Shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
And first offering is fouled off. Lopez fires. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Gets it there in time, though, and they do get the out. Two down, base is empty. Luis Arraez stands in.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked in 10 runs.
And that's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Here's Manny Machado now.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Swings through that one for strike one.
0-1's the count. Ball, that's inside.
Fastball is outside.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And Manny gets a piece.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
And they're all loaded up.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam.
Jake Cronenworth Grand Slam, pero ¿esto qué es?
A massive home run. And it gives him the lead in the first. It's 4-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. One big swing, and that turns the tables on this one. And when you come to the plate with the bases loaded and you've got some pop, you know it's hard not to think about the chance to hit a grand slam. And that can be a trap sometimes, but not right here. He seized the opportunity, put a great swing on it, and now they're working with the lead.
So 2 down. Next is the designated hitter, Ha-Sung Kim. Tap foul at the plate. Two outs. This one in the air, right field. Hayward on his way over. And that is that. But they leave their mark on the inning as we get another look at the grand slam. It's now a 4-0. Back at Truist Park, and towing the slab in this one, Luis Gil.
Well, what quickly stands out to me for this guy is that he comes in with a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio on the season. So when you consider consistency, the ability to get swings and misses, and to limit base runners, that's critical in winning games today, especially when teams are depending on the big swing, the home run, to win ball games.
Ramos sizing this one up, and out number 1 on the grab. Luke Williams next up for the Braves.
Luke Williams.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Gil, a 6'2" righty, 26 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. That pitch in for a strike. 0-2. Got him looking. Called strike 3 on a fastball up in the zone. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. There's a strike. And a foul ball.
Correcto, Alan, correcto. Y no te imaginas de quién.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2. Back here in Atlanta, second inning set to go. So digging in now for San Diego, Elliot Ramos. Lopez back to work. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Batting ninth, catcher.
Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Gabriel Moreno.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And there's a foul ball. Lopez, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Olsen pulls that one down, and there's one down. So the lineup flips over, and now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw.
Albies to second. There's one. And it's a double play to end the inning. Bottom of the second. Digging in, Austin Riley. Here's a high chopper. Machado zips it to first. That's one out, the bottom of the second. Here is Matt Olson. And it's fouled away. And that is downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking for, covering both sides. And with the stuff pitchers have today, you're just not going to have a lot of success.
What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
No, that's
Ozzie
down.
Albies, the next to hit, takes ball one. Just off the outside edge, and now 2-0. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Counts full.
The wind of the pitch. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Struck him out looking. And the Braves go down quietly. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. The shortstop takes the ball.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning, so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
And that'll get down for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. Bogarts gets his lead at first with nobody out. Down in the dirt, swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls,
in the
strikes.
dirt. Two. That one drifts inside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
This one in the air, center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Singled and scored his first time. And that misses. Ball one. That one
Two
missed.
balls, no strikes.
Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
2-1.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Fastball is outside. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Third baseman Manny Machado.
2 on, 1 out. And the batter now, Manny Machado. Walked his first time. Outside low. Ball 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Bryce Elder, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Waldrop also throwing. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
One
of the better pitches he's thrown in this game, but he just hasn't been able to do it enough, unfortunately. You know, he could be getting a feel for that slider, though, so
outside,
maybe that's something he can build off of.
Swings through that.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just to swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
And that's downstairs and outside.
Really nice 2-strike pitch right there. Very tempting, but couldn't get the chase.
Lopez gets the swing and the miss. That's out number 2.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But
he takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they strand a pair. We head down as we go to the last of the third. Here's Jason Hayward. And that drops in for a strike. Close one doesn't get the call. 1-1. And that one upstairs. That misses, and now it's 3-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And that's ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. Here's Jared Kelenic.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
And strike 2.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
And first offering is fouled off. Heel ready to fire now. Pitch misses, and the count even 1-1. Hayward over at first with 1 away. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And they'll do it again. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
2 outs. And that's a little bit high. 2-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air out to shallow center. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Braves. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. And that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. Here's Elliot Ramos. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swings through that one out in front that time. Ramos, an all-star a season ago, 25 years old, and he was born in Puerto Rico. Upstairs. Nobody out. Runner at first. Right side. Hayward. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 away. Gabriel Moreno digs in now. He popped out his first time. Check on the runner. And he's back in safely. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Right through there for a strike. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Now, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him.
And he can't come up with it. No throw, safe at first. And we'll see if it's an error. Manager out of the dugout. First and second, 2 outs. Now Xander Bogaerts gets a chance to hit.
Bryce Elder.
That's in there. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that is that. Padres bottom 4. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Luke Williams. Breaking ball misses down and away.
You know, these Braves just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
Gets under it and pops it up. Cronenworth hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. And first offering is fouled off.
So, Boog, here's an interesting fact about Acuna. He has the most home runs at Truist Park. He passed Freddie Freeman for the top spot in 2023, and I think he might hold that record for a while.
Swing and a miss. The Braves still looking for their first hit in this one. That's way outside. And that's ball 2. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. Picks up strikeout number 7. Here's Austin Riley. First pitch misses. Strike on the inside corner. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Down in order go the Braves. They trail. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. Harris drops into the glove. And there's one down. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
Headed towards the corner. Kelnick makes the play. And there's 2 away. 2 outs. Base is empty. Manny Machado, the next up for the Padres. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that one in the air center field. Harris has a beat on it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now in for the Braves, Matt Olson. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. Tatis makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Not even close there. And that's ball 1.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
And he punches one right back up the middle. That's what he does. Great contact. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Jason Hayward next up for the Braves. Ball 1 there. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Albies, the base runner at first with 1 out. Now a screamer into the outfield. Lunging, but can't bring it in. Not in time. He's safe.
Really nice job, a two-strike hitting in that at bat. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
To first, maybe a 2-ball. The throw to second. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. So 5 innings in the books now with the no-hitter officially over. It's the Padres 4 and the Braves nothing. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now it's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Kelnick on the move. Hauls it in for the out. And next is the designated hitter, Ha-Sung Kim. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, bases empty. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Outside.
That pitch is
And
out.
that's ball 1. In the air, right side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. Stepping in for San Diego, Elliot Ramos. He swings and fouls one off. Into left center for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going. And there's a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Right back to him on the mound. Gets it to first. Out number 3. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Heel back to work. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
0-2 now. Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Harris at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Swings through that one.
1-1.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch. Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
And a foul ball. That one out to right. Tatis snags it, and that is that. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. And here is Xander Bogaerts. There's the strike. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 out.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Arise. The next to hit takes outside. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Tatis in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. That's outside. 2-0.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Arise at second with 2 down. Fastball for a strike. And now 2-2. On the ground, and it goes just foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's to third. Sends it across to first, and they take care of Tatis.
Now pitching for San Diego.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th, Kevin Kelly.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Riley up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at 1 down low. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. And foul ball. That one is absolutely belted. And it bangs off the foul pole. Home run. He jacks that one out to left. His 11th of the year, and they cut into the deficit. It's 4-1.
How in the world did he do that? That pitch was outside the zone, and he still got it out of here.
Fastball is outside. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 1-2.
Ball, that's in.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Has room, and he makes the catch. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And there's a ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
That's ball 4. Tried another sinker, but couldn't find a zone. 1 down. Now at the plate, and the Padres.
Pitching for San Diego. Number 61, Zach Jackson.
And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Jackson measures 6 feet 4 inches, 230 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. That misses. Going to count 1 and 2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Jared Kellner next up for the Braves. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now
pitching.
welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Dylan Lee.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And Manny gets a piece.
I'm really impressed with this offense. They haven't been timid at the plate at all. They've been aggressive, and they're keeping the defense on its toes. So far, 6 hits on the first pitch alone. That tells you something.
Zips it across. Machado out on the play.
And, you know, it's always interesting to see how teams attack the first pitch. What's their plan of attack going to be? Well, for this offense in this game, they're not waiting around.
Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. And remember, it was a grand slam from him back in the first inning.
Well, he made an early statement with that swing. It changed everything about the game right out of the jump.
2 down, bases empty. Next to hit, Ha-Sung Kim. And that's outside. And it's 1-0. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Justin Slayton getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Number 67, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. And that one is lifted in the air. And that's the 3rd out. And we're back. Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. First offering, and it just misses. And downstairs. Right through there for a strike.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Got him. And 1 away.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
He goes down looking. So 2 down now, and here is Luke Williams. Outside low, ball 1. And he takes a strike.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
2 down, nobody on. That one just misses. Goes down looking for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Now pitching.
Number 67 on to pitch here.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
So digging in now for San Diego, Elliot Ramos. That one outside. And that is ball 1. A sliding stop. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Moreno now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there.
Nope. Outside.
Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Justin Slayton, the young right-hander, up and throwing. On the ground to third. Throw on to Olsen. And a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. And that clips the inside corner. That's a laser base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
All over that one right there. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
And here comes Xander Bogaerts. And first offering is fouled off. Fought off foul. Throw over to first, but it's wide of the bag and gets away.
Ball, that's outside.
Two outs. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the leave one as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Chris Martin.
Oh, he's having an excellent season so far. ERA is under 2. A lot of flexibility coming out of the bullpen.
Right through there, got him. And they get the leadoff man in the ninth.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves, knowing that they
got him, and that's the ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its
Bueno, chavales, nos vemos a las 10. Gracias por haber estado ahí. Luego nos vemos, ¿eh? Estar atentos. Venga, chao.